Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. It's been a little over 1 year since I dropped my video showing you how to get all 3 of your FICO 8 credit scores for free. Now, in that video, I explained how to access your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion FICO 8 score without having to pay for a subscription. Previously, the only way to view your TransUnion FICO 8 score for free was to open an account with Bank of America, Barclays, or Discover. But that had changed in April of 2025. You were actually able to do this with Capital One CreditWise completely for free. And I will be covering that once again in this video. However, I also want to go over one additional update that happened in July of 2025 that has to do with your Vantage score. So we'll be updating everything in this brand new 2026 guide to check your true FICO 8 credit score from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. That way you have the accurate credit score that more than 90% of lenders will be using. And if you've ever been confused by Credit Karma showing you one score, but a lender will show you a completely different one, then this video is definitely for you. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, let's start with the classic mistake that we have all made. You log into Credit Karma, you see that you have a 700 credit score and you think you're all good to go. But then you apply for a loan, a credit card, or something, and then you get rejected. Now, that's happened to all of us, but why does that actually happen? Well, the number that you see on Credit Karma is based on the Vantage score model and not your FICO score. And most lenders don't use Vantage. In fact, over 90% of major lending decisions in the US still rely on FICO scores, especially FICO Score 8, which is the most widely used version of that score today. So Credit Karma is still showing you a credit score, it's just showing you a different credit scoring model that banks don't often use. What matters most for real scoring approvals is going to be knowing your FICO 8 credit score and where you can actually find that. However, there is one thing that did change. In July of 2025, it was announced that the Vantage Score 4.0 would be used for mortgages that would be backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Now, this did affect mortgages when it came to getting a home, and so the Vantage score has become a little more widely used than it was before. I did discuss this in a video where I mentioned credit score changes and how the Vantage score being implemented would affect you and getting a home. Now, if you want to watch that video, I'm going to link it right here. However, the most important thing for credit card approvals, for most personal loans, and all other types of credit accounts, you're really going to want to focus on your FICO 8 credit score. You also have to understand that knowing your FICO 8 credit score is only the first step. You also have to understand what may be hurting your credit, and you need to have a system in place to address those issues. That's where Rising comes in. Now, Rising is an all-in-one credit repair platform that not only gives you access to your credit reports and scores, it also shows you what may be hurting your credit, and it helps you take action. It includes tools like a custom dispute template, bureau response tracking, and auto mail features that help you mail your disputes directly from the website or the mobile app. Think of Rising as your 90-day credit improvement system. It also includes up to 24 months of rental and utility trade lines that can back report your payment history, and that can potentially add positive on-time payments up to 2 years of account age to your credit profile instantly. It's also very easy to get started. Once you sign up, you can watch the How to Use Rising tutorial video that will walk you through the entire platform in about 7 minutes or less. Right now, you can access your credit report through Rising's $1 7-day trial. There will be a link in the description. There will also be a clickable link right here on screen. Now, before we talk about how to actually find your FICO 8 scores, I want to show you exactly where you should get your credit report from. Currently, we are on annualcreditreport.com. The website has recently been updated, so it might look a little different here. Now, this is the only source to get your credit report that is enforced under federal law. All right, this is going to be the most accurate report that you can ever get from any place. Annual Credit Report does not show your FICO scores or any scores for that matter, but it will give you the most in-depth report that you can possibly receive. Now, as the name implies, you used to be able to get your credit report once per year, but that had changed a few years back. You can now access your report every single week, and I would take advantage of this while it's still available. For me, I personally grab my report every single Sunday from all 3 major credit bureaus. So before you do anything else, and I also mentioned this, if you actually use Rising or anything else to dispute your credit, this will be the place you will want to get your credit report from and review. No matter what other tools that you have, you will always want this. All right, now that we've looked at annual credit report, we are currently on www.experian.com. Now, Experian does give you access to a free account where you can actually get your Experian FICO 8 score, and it actually says it right here. Get your credit report and FICO score for free. The credit score is calculated based on FICO Score 8 model. Your lender or insurer may use a different FICO score than the FICO Score 8, but that's the one, as we know, that's most widely used. Now, while you might be thinking, okay, well, I can just get my credit report from here as well, why should I go to annualcreditreport.com? Annualcreditreport.com will show each account in its entirety, whereas Experian will only give you like a very short modified version. Sometimes it only gives you like 2 years, but it won't give you the entire report that you're looking for. Now, if we scroll down here, it even shows how to check your credit report for free, not your score. And it says that you can access your free Experian credit report at any time by signing up for a free Experian account, but you can also request annual credit reports for free from all 3 major bureaus, and it shows you annualcreditreport.com or by calling this number. And like it says here, as we've already covered, credit reports do not include your credit score, but with an Experian account, you get access to your Experian credit report as well as your FICO score. So it's very easy for you to come here, create an account, and you'll be able to view your FICO score. What's really nice also is that if there's a major change that happened to your credit score, Experian may update it more frequently than just once a month. So download this and save it on your phone, and then you can actually put all of these into a folder. Like you can take annualcreditreport.com and you can save it as like a bookmark, or save it to your home screen on your device. Add that into a folder with Experian and the other websites that we're going to cover here. The next website that we're going to look at is myfico.com. So myfico, this is the company that actually created the FICO scores, and it lets you know here your FICO score from FICO. 90% of top lenders use FICO scores, and it shows you right here you get a free 1 bureau report that's going to be from Equifax. Now, this will update once a month, right? And it is completely free. But what's really nice that they don't mention here is that if there is a major update, like let's say that you pay down your credit card and your utilization dropped from 90% to 10%, you will actually get an update usually in the month more than just one time. So that is really nice about this. I mean, I think that it's just as well as having a paid account, because you do get very frequent updates when you have the free version as well. Other than that, it's really straightforward. If you ever did want to upgrade to, let's say, the Premier, you actually can get all 3 FICO 8 scores from all 3 bureaus. But what it also gives you is different FICO scores from all types of other models. I also have another video that's titled New FICO Score Updates, FICO Score versus Credit Scores. On that video, it's about, I would say, like at least a year and a half old. But in that video, I go over every single FICO score. Like there's FICO 2, there's FICO 5. I went over some of the trended scores. So I believe that even though it is old, it does have the most up-to-date information on every single FICO scoring model. So if you were interested in the difference between like having a FICO 8 score, a FICO 2, a 5, what does that actually pull from? What does it mean? I'm going to link that video right here. It is very in-depth if you want to know more about all the different FICO models that they have, if you don't want to actually get the Premier and, you know, get to see those scores. And the last website that we're going to go to is creditwise.com. Now you can check your FICO 8 score with TransUnion, and this is completely free, all without hurting your credit score. You can sign up for this account and it's, you know, pretty straightforward. They also have an app. So again, download all these apps, put them in a folder. That way they're all together and you can frequently check your FICO 8 scores throughout the month. Now let's quickly sign in. I just want to give you some information in regards to CreditWise. Now, if you have an account with Capital One, you probably already have seen this, but I can go here and get my FICO 8 score. It shows 819 updated today. You know, just by logging in, it did update that for me. And then it could also show you what affects your FICO score, like payment history, amount of debt, amount of new credit, credit mix, length of credit history, you know, all these different things. You can also click on simulate here and you can see what would happen if you did things with your score. Like, for example, paying your bill on time. If I pay my bill on time for 24 months and I simulate that, I'll be at a 829. All right. And you can go through all types of different scenarios. Like if I age my credit and I do it by 24 months, it's going to always be the same thing. Same exact, well, 824, so 5 points. So if I pay on time and I'll also let my credit age, I could probably get 15 additional points, getting me closer to like a 850, you know, if I want to get that perfect credit score. If I pay down my balances, I don't keep a lot of high balances. The amount right now is 2,926. So let's say that I pay down, I don't know, 2,800 of that. Just by paying that down, it looks like I would actually increase my score by 10. So I mean, by paying this down and also letting my credit score age, and then also paying stuff on time for 2 more years, I could probably get really close to like a 840, like right around that same range. So that's pretty cool. And then I also like to see like what would happen if I took out a mortgage. Like let's do a $3 million mortgage. What would happen? My score would drop by only 5 points. What if I did a $2 million mortgage, or $2 million? That'd be decent. Then it would be a same thing, 5 points. So very little impact for taking out a mortgage. And again, this is completely for free. The funny thing is you have to pay for this exact thing with Experian. That's why I always like to go over the simulator. FICO actually will charge you for this too. But with credit wise, you get the simulator completely free. So if you wanted to like predict actions that you took or that could happen with your score, this is a very nice tool. And let's take a look at, of course, worst case scenarios. If I forgot to pay a bill, something like that, then of course my score drops by 75 points. If I forgot to pay a bill, like I've said, on-time payments is the most impactful thing on your credit score. So if you have even one late payment, that's what can happen. Your score can drop by 75 points from one late payment. So it's a very serious thing. So yeah, if you guys don't have this, I highly recommend signing up for it as soon as you can and just check this and play with the simulator, because I mean, it really is a very great tool to have to get an idea of where your credit score might be within the next 2 years. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you got any value from this, and I would say it would be hard not to, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share with anybody who you might know, someone who may be paying $40 or $30 right now for a subscription just to get their FICO 8 score, especially if you're someone who doesn't actually like track their credit constantly. And if you're not in the middle of repairing it, you really only need to see it maybe once a month, and you can pull your reports once a week for free. So between this setup, it might save you 40 to 50, some odd dollars per month just by doing this. And it also will get you off of Credit Karma because you really don't need it. It's showing your Vantage score. And while, yes, it can be used for like, let's say Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, if you're using something like Rising, you're going to get all 3 for free anyway. You're not going to get Experian with Credit Karma. So it's just not really needed. And if you're looking for the most widely used lender, this is the best setup that you can have without it costing you any money whatsoever. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and you have a wonderful day.